87 kg. I don't know, you guys know.
What is that? My chat would know. Chat, what is that in LBS pounds? Let me tell you right now. They'll know right now. They're mad at me for the date.
191.
I didn't know that. 191.
191 pounds, my people. Yes, that is how much Islam Makhachev is weighing. 1 week away from UFC 322 this Saturday at the Madison Square Garden in New York City, my people. Yo, a lot of people were wondering, how much is Islam Makhachev actually going to weigh coming into this fight in the welterweight division? You know, he's moving up from the lightweight division where he recently competed at 155 pounds. We had a couple interviews with Islam Makhachev's coach, Javier Mendez Bidroth, and also the interview with Aiden Ross and Islam Makhachev. And I noticed a couple things that stood out to me that I want to talk about. All right, my friends, starting off with Javier Mendez. He says that Islam Makhachev, he's never seen him train harder, be stronger, or more better ever in his career leading up into a fight than what he's witnessed watching Islam Makhachev in this training camp.
Every part of his game impressed me. He's improved everywhere. The stand-up, the ground, the conditioning, the mentality, you name it. This one, he eclipsed any other camp I've ever been with him. This is the best camp that I've ever seen him do with us.
He also was giving JDM, in my opinion, which this actually matters a lot to me because we see a lot of fighters overlook people, underestimate them. The second they step into the ring, it's a completely different story. Well, Javier Mendez said that they understand. Him and Khabib both talked about it and said that this is the toughest, hardest fight of JDM's career. We completely respect them, and we know that we ain't gonna be able to just go in here and walk through everybody. This is actually gonna be a hard fight for us.
And I really strongly believe that we're gonna take that title, but it ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy, you know, but we have to respect Jack immensely in order to be able to do that. If we don't respect him, I think we can run into problems. But
and you know why I love that? Because there's respect there. We need to see respect from Islam Makhachev, Javier Mendez, and these guys too, and display it to us so we understand that going into this fight, they're not taking them lightly. They have been training their hardest. And another thing, Islam Makhachev, during the Aiden Ross podcast, talked about how during this sparring, the people he's been training with have been all nothing but huge dudes. He completely switched the people that he trains for and gets ready for at the 155-pound division, the lightweight division. He got new sparring partners. He started lifting heavier weights, more exercise, because he knows he's going up a division.
What's the message?
This camp for this fight hardest in my life.
This is your hardest camp?
Because, you know, like many things now, I changed my sparring partner. They always have to be big, you know.
Going up a division, all right? Now, I absolutely love that. He's had about 10, 11 months to prepare for this, not 2 to 3. So he's been able to put up that mass. He's weighing 191 pounds right now, okay? And now he's training with guys that are actually going to be able to, you know, they're not the same as JDM, but they're strong guys. Islam Makhachev is going to be able to feel the power of some of these bigger dudes, which I think is absolutely amazing. All right? Now, Islam Makhachev, he talked about this weight cut is the easiest weight cut of his career in his whole entire life. And that's big.
This is the easiest weight cut.
Yes.
Monday, usually, like, you know, no power, like bad mood, but today I have same power, same.
That is major right there. Because, you know, Islam Makhachev fighting in the 155-pound division, before the fights, when he started training camp, he would come in at 170 pounds. Okay? 170 pounds, had to lose about, what, 15 pounds, get ready, get down to that level. And most of the time was sucking his body up. The next day, he would come back in again, once again, 170 pounds. In this fight, I thought to myself, maybe he's gonna, you know, he's a natural part walking around at like 180 or something like that because he fights at 155. Maybe he's just gonna, you know, slightly build. No, he got it to 191 pounds. and now needs to get to 170, but mentions how he's been drinking, what is it? 1.5, 2 gallons of water every single day. All right? He talks about how he's filling himself with water. When the weight cut comes, it's gonna be so easy for him to lose, that he's never felt like this, that he's eating more, he's feeling more full throughout his training camps. And I thought that's absolutely amazing. All right? Seeing that Javier Mendez and Islam Makhachev are taking this fight 100% seriously gives me more confidence in why, you know, if we're gonna pick Islam Makhachev, that would be the reason. Because, you know, he's weighing 191 pounds. You know, he's not a small guy. We just seen the face-off with JDM. They're literally the same size. Islam Makhachev didn't have 2 or 3 months to prepare for this. He had 11 months to be able to build up those muscles, the lactic acid, and everything that has to do with that. And also seeing Javier Mendez talk about how hard this training camp has been and everything that's going into it, this is starting to get absolutely interesting, my friends. You know, you have Javier Mendez talking absolutely great about his fighter. At the end of the day, we know that that's how it's supposed to be. I hope he's not lying, but I feel like they're being honest when it comes to all this breaking news, you know, about how easy the weight cut is, how their sparring partners, how hard training camp has been to be able to face these tough opponents, my people. This is starting to get real interesting, man.